Just when you thought there wouldn't be another JavaScript framework, along comes another JavaScript framework. This one's called Hydrogen, and it's a React-based framework for building custom e-commerce sites using Shopify. It's focused on server-side rendering, kind of like Next.js, but comes with a bunch of predefined components and hooks to manage the data and UI of a storefront. It was just announced yesterday, so let's put it to the test and see if it's something we would actually want to use. But first, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Hydrogen in the comments. Your first question might be, what is the point of Hydrogen? We already have Next.js and Gatsby, both of which have e-commerce templates. And then Shopify itself already has a ton of e-commerce themes, so where exactly does Hydrogen come in? Well, if you've ever built an e-commerce site from scratch, you'll know that it's extremely difficult. And that's why platforms like Shopify, BigCommerce, and Squarespace are very popular. But at the same time, when you use a platform like that, your site has a tendency to feel like a cookie-cutter template, and it can be very hard to customize it enough to break out of that. The cool thing about Shopify is that it has a GraphQL API, allowing you to use it in a headless way. So Hydrogen basically provides a streamlined way to get a server-rendered front-end app up and running that connects to your Shopify backend with minimal effort. In other words, it provides a starting point for building fully customizable storefronts. It's kind of like the Ruby on Rails for Shopify development. And I only say that because Shopify itself was built with Ruby on Rails. Now let's take a look at the developer experience. The website is awesome, and I actually really like the name Hydrogen. It's not as cool as Prometheum, but still way better than Arsenic. Create a new app by running npx create hydrogen app. When you open it, you'll see a project configured with a lot of stuff here. The starter template it provides you with is definitely opinionated. You'll notice a Shopify config file. You can swap out your own Shopify info here to use your own products. The next thing to notice is a Vite config file. It uses Vite as the build tool, which I really like because it's minimal, easy to use, and fast. It also comes with Tailwind by default, which I think is an interesting choice. I like Tailwind, but at the same time, it's pretty polarizing, and I don't think a lot of people will actually want Tailwind. I think plain CSS would have been a better default, but I can always just go and build my own JavaScript framework for something like that. Now let's take a look at the server.js file. As you can see, a Hydrogen app is just an Express.js app with some Hydrogen middleware. And it even includes a Docker file that will run the server when you deploy your app to production. Now, the application code itself is contained in the source directory, inside of which you'll see a directory for components and pages. If we open components, you'll notice that some components end in .client, while others end in .server. That's because the framework is leveraging server components in React. I talked about server components in my recent Next.js video, but basically they're just React components that can fetch data and be rendered to plain HTML on the server. If we take a look at one, like the default SEO component, you can see here that it makes a query to the Shopify GraphQL API, but that query will happen on the server, allowing search engine bots and social media link bots to understand the content on the page. Now, one thing that's interesting here is that there are a ton of pre-built components in the framework. That's a bit unusual because most frameworks aren't really concerned about the UI. But Hydrogen feels more like a cross between a template and a framework. Like you have components for a shopping cart, which you can then go in and customize as needed. Personally, I feel a bit overwhelmed looking at all these components, but it's just in developer preview, and I imagine they'll have a more minimal template in the future. Now let's head over to the pages directory, which works just like Next.js, where the structure of the pages determine the actual routes or URLs in the application. I like this approach, and it's a lot easier than trying to configure something like React Router. What you'll notice in these pages is that they use a custom hook from Hydrogen called useShopQuery. The hook takes a GraphQL query and will automatically fetch that data from the Shopify API. That makes it very clear and easy to access the data that you need for the UI. And once again, it's rendered on the server, giving you a search engine friendly web app, which is extremely important for e-commerce. Now let's move into my final analysis. Overall, I think Hydrogen looks awesome, primarily because it looks very similar to Next.js. I think the starting point is a little too complex, but I'm guessing they'll have multiple different templates in the future, or maybe a CLI where you can pick and choose the features that you want, kind of like Next.js and the Vue ecosystem. I think my biggest question here is why not just build this on top of Next.js rather than build yet another JavaScript framework?
Can monkeys surf the net and corrupt our kids?
Oh, wait a second, I figured it out. Shopify will eventually have its own hosting service called Oxygen. I'm not sure if that'll be free or paid, but it looks like they're creating a model similar to Vercel, where they provide an open source framework that funnels you into their own hosting service. There's nothing wrong with that. just something to be aware of. What's more interesting to me is that React server components are going to make it way easier for anybody to just create a server-rendered React app without needing to rely on a bunch of weird abstractions. In the near future, you might just be able to build a simple React app with server components, then deploy it to a Node.js server. And that could lead to more JavaScript frameworks like Hydrogen that focus on domain-specific problems. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up there. Let me know what you think about Hydrogen in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.